I gotta get this. I gotta get this on camera fast before the battery dies. Other people have feelings too. Other people have feelings too. And other people's feelings sometimes get in the way of you being you. Remember rest of the world was so tall, 'cause you were small. You need to go back to the moment you decided that everybody else knew more than you, and undecide that, change that decision, just add this little addendum to it. Sometimes other people know more than you, other times you might know more than somebody else, but if you trust your gut, you're usually pretty on target, so start trusting yourself. Remember when you were small. Remember when you were small. Remember when you were small and the world was you. Remember when you were small. Remember when you were small. Remember when you were small and the world was huge. Shrink it down again to size. You're gonna be okay. This is what you came here for. An opportunity to test yourself against obstacles. This is a game, my friend. Welcome to the game. This is a game, my friend. Welcome to the game. This is a game, my friend. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. Remember when you were small. The world was not your fault. But at some point you learned that it was. It was just a belief. And you can change those. It's just a belief. You can rearrange those into something else and frame it. There's something new coming through. I don't know what it really wants to be about, but one of the key ideas that we work with in timeline therapy is the ability to actually go back to an earliest root cause event where you can literally change decisions that you made as a kid. This is in EFT. Gary Craig talks about childhood vows, and these things that were written on the wall of your awareness, as a child. And for example, a lot of the people that I work with are highly sensitive people. And ultimately that's a decision, right? Other people decided to kind of become immune to stuff, right? Even allergies in my training are considered to be phobias of the immune system. So And the other piece that kind of pops in is even illness. There's a decision behind illness. And I'm working right now with a client. I'm not actually working with him. He's a friend at this point, who is struggling with fibromyalgia. And my heart goes out to him because he's really having a hard time. And the thing is that every time I ask him, hey, what are you getting out of this? He can never come up with an answer, right? There's always a payoff. Every illness, every disease is ultimately, according to the people that trained me, ultimately a decision. Now, working with illness is not one of the major experiences of my practice. I have to be upfront and honest with you on that. But when I've done the timeline techniques and released my own limiting decisions as a kid, things changed in my life, and I'm sure I have more. That's the thing, is we're kind of like the layers of the onion. And so I want to encourage you to begin to at least consider that you are not carved in stone, that you are transformable. You actually can change. And we all experience pain, but as they say, suffering is optional, right? And a big part of what I teach and what I practice every day as best I can is to put into play the ability to think different thoughts in the face of situations that used to derail me. Now I pour a whole different attitude into it. As soon as I catch myself, sometimes I fall back into negativity. And that's why we have to be on the alert all the time for, is my old stuff here? Not to be afraid of it, but to be aware. It's a worthy adversary. Your old crap, the person you used to be that you could continue being, that you don't want to be anymore, is always there, wanting to show up again, right? And that's why this is literally such a challenge. There's the rubber band effect. You make a change and you push in a new direction, and if your own life doesn't pull you back, the people that love you and that you love will often pull you back because they're not comfortable with you being this new person. So they may unwittingly try to manipulate and hold you back, and that you have to be aware of. The best we can do for the people that we love is to let them be themselves and to walk their path and to learn what they needed to learn, to learn what they need to learn. But ultimately, you have to be okay taking care of yourself. And in order to heal, you may need to do something drastic. You may need to really do something drastic. I don't know what it is, but it's continuing with your life. It's continuing with your life exactly as it is, dealing with the reality of your life, and really asking yourself the questions. How am I creating this? What do I need to learn from this so I can let it go? And that's powerful self-hypnosis. But until you're really asking those questions and not whining and not being a victim, you can't access your power. And the biggest enemy, and the reason I have this painting on the wall, Stop Thinking Like a Victim, is because I'm one of the biggest victim thinkers of all time. I was a huge victim thinker. And, for years, it was like I was given this musical gift, and it tortured me that I couldn't seem to get it out. And it was almost like that was feeding my old victim stuff, that no matter what I do, it's never good enough, right? No matter what I do, people don't really like my music. Nobody really wants to hear your music, Mark. That was an old voice, an old paternal voice, no, maternal voice. My mother basically saying, Mark, you know what? People don't want to hear your music. She didn't mean it like I thought she meant it, but I internalized it and I made a decision. Oh, people don't want to hear my music. Right? That was an inner belief that was just, I wasn't aware of it, but it was literally filtering my experience of the world. And I'm still working on clearing some of that old stuff. obviously, at this point, I have less than 70 subscribers on my YouTube channel, right? And I have close to 400, maybe close to 500 videos at this point. And, the question is, if I shift something in myself, will that shift show up in the outward manifestation of my life? So, I don't know. I'm really working on this stuff because I remind myself every day that I'm going to die. And if I'm going to die, God damn it, I don't want to die with my music in me. I want my music out, right? And so I'm going to keep pursuing every single day something towards getting this music out. I'm dedicating most of my mornings to working on the music, the hypnosis music, somehow getting out what it is that I'm doing, and from ground zero, from absolutely nowhere, building an audience. And also looking at my music and hypnosis as my business, as my career, my work, so that I can find a way to get paid for it in a way that works for everybody, right? It may be eventually 1,000 people send me $1 a month, 10,000 people send me $1 a month. I could live on $10,000 a month very nicely. I could actually maybe even afford to buy a house and pay my bills and continue to record. Wow, it would only take 10,000 people sending me $1 a month. I could do that. But how long is that going to take? I don't know, right? So ultimately, the limiting beliefs I have around my music need to go. So that's what I'm working on. I don't know what you're working on, but the beauty of NLP and hypnosis and timeline therapy and EFT is that they are tools that enable us to actually get leverage on ourselves and change. Because you and I are the ones inside you and I, right? You're in there. If you can bring stuff up into conscious awareness and learn how to retrain your mind around those issues, your life can be anything you want it to be. But that's where we have to start. We have to start with actually working on ourselves and our perceptions and our interpretations of the world. So, woo! Man, that got a little heavy, and hopefully you could handle that. If you're here, you probably know by now I'm all about transformation. With my music, with my message, personal mind mastery, master your mind for a change. That's what I'm all about. My name is Mark Shepard. I will see you on the inside. Please subscribe, like, and share these videos. It really helps me. I'm trying to send out ripples, people. I want to be the guy that helps people understand and manage and grow the gardens of their minds. And I really appreciate you watching, and please leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions about stuff in your own life, and I will be happy to answer them here on the vlog. And I will see you on the inside.